Hey everybody, Dan here with No Games for Old Men, and I am back from the hobby shop. I had to go to two different hobby shops to get what I wanted because the first one didn't have anything that I wanted. Very disappointing because that was my normal go-to hobby shop. There was another one though in town that they recommended. That was kind of them, that they actually recommended another hobby shop. But anyway, so I went to the second one. And I remember in episode 1, I had told Curtis that I was going to get the starter set for Kill Team 21 because it had a trimmed down version of the rule book, probably all the crunch, none of the fluff. And it had the Orc Commandos, which I was really excited about. But the second hobby shop I went to didn't have that. So I had to call an audible, and what I went with instead is this. Oh boy, is this a big boy. Now I want to see what's in this thing. I mean, I know what's in this thing, but I want to see it for real. Still in the plastic wrap. That's how you know this is an authentic unboxing. Yeah, alright, get rid of that. Let's get... The lid is very snug on here. Okay, there we go. Orange. Orange seems to be the color of Kill Team. Whoa! Okay, there's just a ton. There's just a ton of stuff in here. So this looks like there's some scenery bits here. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, you know what? This has little like marking, like the little triangle and the square and the circle. I think these are measurement. I think these are measurement things. Anyway, okay, so now we've got. Wow, look how tight these sprues are. Look how tightly packed all the stuff is in here. These like oil tower things maybe, or maybe they're like chunky engine bits. I don't know. These are going to be kind of fun to put together, and they're all orky. You can tell because they've got the skull in here. That speaks orc right there when you see that. You gonna focus on that camera, or are you gonna focus on my eyeball? Here, let me hide my eyes behind the thingy. No, it's not gonna work. Well, okay. Well, maybe I can put it in this. Maybe this camera will focus on it. I don't know. These, I'm guessing, are Deathcore Krieg figures. These are definitely orcs. You can tell by the size of the arms. Oh my gosh, there's just a ton. Again, look at how tightly packed these sprues are. There's almost no wasted space at all. They've just crammed in so much stuff. There's heads, bodies, different arms, little gubbins and nubbins here. There's like ammo bandoliers and shoulder pads and all kinds of stuff. There's like 1, 2 of those at least. And now, okay, so here's some ground scenery, some debris, piles of junk. So this will be stuff that your guys can hide behind for cover. The detail on these is really neat. I just like, I don't know if I can like weatherman this, but this right here, it looks like a grate, but it's got damage to it. That's just really neat. Well sculpted, I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. We've got some orky walls here. And they're sculpted on both sides. There's a tire here. I don't know what that is. There's not a vehicle in this. Maybe it's just like a wrecked tire. It's kind of flat here on the bottom, so yeah, okay, so maybe you're supposed to be able to take that and stick it in the ground. It's a flat tire, literally a flat tire. So we got 1, 2 of those, and then another one of these guys. That's a ton of plastic in there. What is this? Is this like a poster? Double-sided. And we've got some dice. So we got the orange dice, a bunch of bases for your minis. And we got two decks of cards. Okay, yeah. So these are your objective cards and things like that. So we got 2 decks of those, and now 2 books. Which is the part I am excited about. Okay, so some markers. A small book that looks like ideas, instructions on how to put your minis together. Your Kill Team Rules book. That is pretty. How to use terrain. Movement rules, how to jump off the top of a building, and the Octarius book that Curtis had teased, and this includes all the specific rules for the 2 armies that come in this box. So we've got all of our orcs, and there's the Krieg Death Corps. Very nice, like really nicely put together books. These are like the layout, the design, good design work on these. Very impressed. And oh, there's stuff in the bottom of the box too. Ah, okay, so you got some decals. I promise you there's decals in here. They're like stuck to the bottom of the box. So we got some decals here. Is that even focusing on these? Can't even tell from the angle I've got, and plus my eyes are getting so bad. So we've got orc decals. Here we go. I'll just hold it in front of this one. Orc decals and Krieg Death Corps decals. And then this is a playmat. Look at that. We got a full double-sided playmat. That's really cool. So you don't have to just use your tabletops. What's the thing? The tablecloth. My goodness. I remember always using a green tablecloth and just pretending it's grass or something. So that's it. That is what is in the Octarius box set. And I still don't have a deadline from Curtis on when he's coming out, but he said it's a month-ish. So I'm gonna try to plan for 3 weeks in case he comes early. I don't know, but definitely we're gonna go with the Orc Commandos. And now I know Curtis has an update. Let's check in with him.
Hi, it's Old Man Curtis from No Games for Old Men, and this is my update video before our next weekly update video for the Tale of Two Gamers series that we're doing right now on the channel, inspired by Armor Ian and White Dwarf Magazine. Dan and I are getting involved with Games Workshop's Kill Team 2021. And we are preparing some warbands, some kill teams, to be able to go against each other when my wife Renee and I visit Southern California later this summer. While you just saw, not that long ago, Dan cleaning up his painting station, I am fortunate enough that I have my command center here, where I work on one side on all the things that require a computer, and then I can just turn my chair and go over to my painting station, which is conveniently placed on the same desk on a different length of the L. As is becoming tradition, we are beering as we do this, and so my adult beverage today is Deschutes Brewery Mirror Pond Pale Ale. Dan is drinking from his local breweries, and I'm drinking from mine as well. So, grab yourself a beer and let me take you on a tour. Now, Dan and I actually have the same painting center as a place to be able to work. It was sold by Games Workshop way back in the early 2000s. It's made of like a press board, and it's got slots for your brushes, and it's got slots for your tools and everything. I cover mine in stickers because then it's water resistant. So I've got a variety of different things on there. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit so you can see. Got some Buckaroo Banzai in there. We've got lots of things about Portland, including Bigfoot stickers. We've got Dungeons and Dragons, things about Star Wars and Iron Man, and just other geeky things. And then one of the other cool things that I got back when I used to work at All-Star Games in Diamond Bar is a painting tower that holds a whole bunch of my Games Workshop paint. Back in the day, I bought their mega paint set when there were still only like 100 paints in the paint range. Now there are more, and so I expanded over into the this Vallejo. Actually, I'm not sure the maker of this, but it's a different maker, but it holds paint. I got the wrong size holes, so they sit on top of the shelves instead of fitting in the holes, but you know, it still does its job. I've got my Redgrass Games wet palette there. Because of the size of my my station, I don't get the big wet palettes. This one fits really well, and you can see underneath there a cutting mat, and this is the Games Workshop release cutting mat. They did a tool set and painting set. Again, this is back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You saw a vision of it in Dan's video. It's just a self-healing cutting mat that's got an Imperial Eagle on it. I still keep a porcelain tile palette as my like dry palette. I think that works really well for me. And then a friend of mine got me this for my water mug. Not in the eye, that's disrespectful. That phrase has a lot of history, more than we're going to go into here in this video. As you can see, I've got my Gene Stealer Cult all primed up and got their primary colors on them, and we're going to be working on them. Now, one thing I think I want to tell Dan about is, dude, you can get those little styrofoam coffee cups. I've got a few spare, and I use that one for my metallics water because I'm superstitious and I still separate my metallics water from my normal water. And then I use the other one to hold all my other tools. I've got knives and files and stir sticks and my pin vise and all kinds of good stuff in there. So yeah, and then a variety of glues next door. So that is the painting setup. Now let's actually get to some paint work.
Many hours later.
I've been an entertainment professional for over 35 years. I have spent most of that time in front of the camera, but it is not like I haven't been behind the camera. I have directed, I have produced. There are things with my name on it out in the world. And I was just editing the end of this video and saw that the painting segment that I did was completely out of focus. Now, admittedly, this setup is new for me. I am using a camera that's a little heavy, so it's on a bit of a rig, and I didn't have a great way to be able to look at the screen once I got into place. So I really thought that I had set the focal length okay. And what ended up happening was I accidentally hit the switch that turned it to autofocus. And so it made its own mind about what it was going to focus on. And so what you got in that footage was extraordinarily crisp, clean images of the paint tower that holds a majority of my paints. So the 20 minutes of me talking about my painting style and how I got started and all of that. I mean, the audio exists. Maybe I could throw that in on something else later, or maybe I can just reshoot when I get my act together. And I've got 10, 11 more guys to paint, so we can give it another shot. But to update, in order to, this was in the original footage, in order for me to make the date so that I've got painted, ready, Wormblade miniatures to fight with Dan, I have to finish at least one fig a night. And so I did it. Now I've got pictures of this, so you're going to be able to see those. But I was able to finish my heavy stubber gunner. And so, yeah. Anyway, more updates soon, and I'll be able to share some of this with Dan on Saturday when we connect on our progress for the week. See you then.